Hi guys, right, quick video on the Renters Reform Bill. Now, this has been going on for years, and apparently this week they're in Parliament to basically finalise and pass legislation in relation to the private sector, which is probably the biggest changes for the last 30 years in terms of what they're looking to do. So I thought I'd give a quick overview of the things that they're looking at. They're trying to make sort of renting a little bit more transparent, a little bit clearer in terms of legislation, which will be an interesting challenge for them. And they're trying to make it fair for both landlords and tenants, but you can be the judge of that in terms of what they're proposing. Now, in effect, at the moment, you can have fixed term tenancies or periodic tenancies, and they're looking to only have periodic tenancies in existence. You're not allowed to serve notice for the first 6 months. But after that time, notice will be allowed with 2 months either side. So 2 months if you're a tenant and 2 months if you're a landlord, because currently tenants only actually have to give a month's notice on a periodic. The notice is quite a big thing now. They're going to look to abolish Section 21 notices. Now, if you wanted a tenant to vacate, you can give them a Section 21 without any reason why. Just say that this is your notice and off you go. Now, they're not allowing that, so no reason notices will stop. The Section 8 notice will continue. Now, Section 8 notices were, there have various grounds in terms of how you can give notice to somebody. And what they're basically going to be looking to do is put new grounds into the existing Section 8, which will allow landlords to, for instance, give notice if they wanted to sell the house or move back into it. It's a genuine reason why they actually need to take the property back. They're looking to remove the How to Rent guide, EPC and gas certs, which used to be a requirement of a tenant's moving in. And if you didn't serve these things correctly, you weren't allowed to actually give a Section 21. So they're actually not going to make this a requirement for a Section 8 notice. The only time a Section 8 notice could be at risk in terms of any validity is if a deposit wasn't protected. And at the moment, they haven't stipulated what particular grounds that would be an issue for. But How to Rent guides, EPCs and gas certs still need to be served under the Tenant Act, but they don't need to be served in the sense of being a problem for your notice. A new ombudsman scheme is looking to be set up, and that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But they're looking to legislate that in terms of giving the support for all these changes, because clearly there's going to be a transition of probably a lot of confusion and issues, I'm sure. All rented properties will need to be EPC C rated by 2030, which is already in existence, but just confirming that. If you're looking to increase the rent for a tenant, you will need to give 2 months notice for a rent increase, and that'll be served with a new Section 13, which they're looking to put in. One of the biggest things in this legislation is pets. At the moment, probably 60% of landlords don't allow pets in properties. Now, this will not be allowed. Pets will have to be allowed unless there's a very, very good reason why not. And that'll be interesting to see how we muddy the water on that one. Obviously, in some flats, the condition of the leases say you can't have pets. So whether somebody wants one or not, whether the landlord's happy with it or not, doesn't matter if the lease requirements are such. And you're telling me that if someone had 4 Alsatians for a 2-bedroom house, you'd be allowed to put them in there just because it's not fair on the tenant. That would be an interesting one. Landlords will be able to ask for a pet insurance though, which will protect them against damage to properties. Again, very unclear what that proposal is at the moment. The next thing, which is a huge thing, is it is going to be illegal to not allow tenants on benefits or children into rented property. At the moment, a lot of people will say, I don't want any benefits, I don't want DSS and all this sort of thing, or people on tax credits. Some people say, I don't want any kids in my house because they're going to cause more wear and tear as usual. Well, unfortunately, it's going to be illegal for you to be able to do that. And at the moment, probably, I think it's 44% of landlords don't allow people on benefits. So that's 44% of people that won't be allowed to do that anymore. So again, we'll be interested to see how that works. So that's the legislation in a sort of nutshell, in a bullet format. It's obviously much more meat on that than I've just outlined, and there might even be a few points I haven't even covered. But it will be clearer this week. If you've got any concerns or want to have a chat about anything, then feel free to give me a call or drop me a WhatsApp with anything. If you're currently managing your own property, a bit scared of all this legislation coming and need some reassurances as this process happens, if you message me and say, keep me up to date, Simon, I will keep you up to date with everything that's going on. So just WhatsApp me, keep me up to date, and I'll keep you up to date. Other than that, I'll catch you soon.